Someone scored 250 in JAMB and they still lose admission. Another candidate scored even lower and yet got admission. So what is really going on? Is the cut-off mark the real truth, or is there anything that students are not understanding? If you don't understand this thing very well, you can score high in JAMB and they still lose admission. Let us start from the very beginning. What is cut-off mark? A cut-off mark is the minimum score required for a candidate to be considered for admission. But here is the problem. The minimum score is not just one fixed number. It has several meanings and it is determined by many things depending on the context. And this is why the confusion begins. There are two types of cut-off mark, which is the school cut-off mark and departmental cut-off mark. Understanding these two can completely change your admission strategy and chance. Starting with the school cut-off mark, which is the minimum score required for a candidate to be considered for admission into school, irrespective of the department or course. It simply gives you access to apply to the school. For example, let's say the cut-off mark of Ahmadu Bello University, ABU, is 180. That means any candidate who score 180 and above in JAMB can apply to ABU. However, anything with less than 180, that is somewhere around 170, 160, or anything less than 180 cannot apply to ABU. But with 180, you can apply for medicine and surgery, you can apply for pharmacy, you can apply for nursing, you can apply for engineering courses, you can apply for any course in ABU with 180. However, this does not give you admission. Now, let us move to departmental cut-off mark, which is different from the school cut-off mark. Departmental cut-off mark is the minimum score required for a candidate to gain admission into a specific department or course in a specific university. Using the same example, if the cut-off mark of ABU is 180, departmental cut-off mark of course like medicine and surgery in ABU may be around 250. So even if you score 180, which is the school cut-off mark, you are only qualified to apply for admission into the school. But it is only when you reach 250, which is the departmental cut-off mark of medicine and surgery, you will start expecting admission of medicine. And this is why many students misunderstand the system. They believe that once I met the cut-off mark, I am safe. No, you are not safe. You are only entering into the competition. Let us go deeper so we really understand what is happening behind the scene. Admission is not just about your score. It is about your position among other candidates. For example, if 1,000 students apply for MBBS in the same school, and the school has limited slots of admission into MBBS, what it means is that it is only top performing candidates among those 1,000 that will be selected. Let me make it even more clearer. If ABU wants to admit 5 candidates into MBBS from Kano State, and among the top performing candidates from Kano, 5 have 270, while 2 have 250. Now those 5 candidates with 270 will be considered first for admission, while those candidates with 250 may likely lose admission, even though their score is very strong and even reach the cut-off mark. So if you understand, it is not just about high score, it is about how your score is compared with the others. This is what we call competition and ranking. Now, let me add something very important. Even if your JAMB score is not that extremely high, you can still improve the chances of your admission through post-UTME examination in case the school you apply to conduct it. Because some universities take the average of your JAMB score and your post-UTME score to determine your final ranking. So a candidate with average JAMB score can perform very well in post-UTME and move higher in ranking. So if you are aiming for a competitive course like MBBS, pharmacy, nursing, MLS and all, don't aim at the minimum cut-off mark. Try to stand out and always have a backup plan. So finally, you should understand this thing clearly, that school cut-off mark just gives you access while departmental cut-off mark determine your admission, then competition and ranking determines your final outcome. If you have a specific course and specific university that you want to know their cut-off mark, drop them in the comment section and I will try to respond appropriately, because cut-off mark varies from one school to another. Also, if you find this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe and share it with others. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video.